I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to another iteration of the My Hero Academia Manga chapter reads. We got 372? Yeah.
Correct.
And I'm here with Mark.
Hi.
Mark, there's something that we always do before every new manga chapter. What would that be?
Recap episode!
Yes, it's the recap episode. Just a disclaimer to everybody who might be curious about it. If you're watching this right now, I got a whole setup that's currently under the works, and so I just have this green screen setup. Everything is totally okay. I just have nowhere to properly station the camera for when we do gaming stuff. So just bear with us on this one. Everything should be relatively, yeah, in order to have this kind of image without too much post-production stuff, it kind of has to be like this. Otherwise I'd green screen something. I had the whole DangIT stream background prepped and ready, but it does not work when I do the color correction.
What tripped me out the first time you used that was because you didn't use a random background. You used a familiar background that was actually somewhere where you've been before. So I was thinking you were just there. So next thing you know, you're like, oh, and you just pull it down. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's still the same. it's fun.
It's a green screen.
Yeah, it helps a lot. I haven't been using it, admittedly, so I'm glad it has a purpose for when things need to be set up or have a set in mind, whether you're using it. I was
wondering why you got rid of the green screen.
I've used it a couple times before. Maybe I'll start embracing that a little bit more. But
you're saying you have an actual green screen.
So, previous chapter, right? It was pretty much Shoji versus Spinner, and it's one of those things where Shoji was like, "You guys best have a plan for doing all this, otherwise I'll be really upset." And then Spinner's like, "Duh, don't care." And I love this panel where he just says, "Spinner, you're about to set us back 30 years for all of this," and he has this face of just you best know what you're doing right now.
No, and he's basically Spinner's got the look of
don't care.
There's not a thought in that head.
We got a couple of flashbacks of when All For One has hands on Spinner just to give him additional quirks to help him with the rebellion, and it cuts to that famous panel that people are referencing whenever they're talking about the chapter, which is Shigaraki talking about the fact that he has played League of Legends, and he probably had that as the influence to name his group the League of Villains.
I mean, hey, it lets you know that League of Legends is canon to the My Hero universe.
That's so funny. But I didn't really get to look at this very closely, but Koda is seeing all this damage dealt to Shoji. He's getting really upset about that. Something awakens in his quirk as this is all happening. We get the flashback about him telling Class 1A, Shoji, about how he used to be mistreated. Mineta specifically remembers the fact that he's probably called him a name here and there, but all's forgiven. Everyone loves him for it. And that's pretty much it as far as that. He understands that this is not... It's one of those things where what really matters is just the memories of the good things about his quirk, his mutation. That's what matters. And meanwhile, he has to really tussle around with Spinner. Spinner's got a couple quirks on him. Probably at least two.
He's got the gigantic. He's got the one that makes him really big. He's got the scale armor.
Mm-hmm. So, as he's colliding with Spinner, got Koda confronting the guy who's pretty much just kind of shouting everybody's ears about the propaganda and whatnot, and he's just like, "Don't you dare mock Shoji!" And you see this cool transformation happen, where it's like a horn growing from within the horn. That was already there.
Yep, it's sprouting even bigger.
It's cool. We get the gross arm shot, and like Spinner's like, gross.
Gross.
And Shoji's like, yeah, this is who I am.
He said, "Yep, that's just who I am."
As he cocks back, I was like, whoa.
Send it.
But yeah, so that was 371, and now we jump into 372. First page, we got Shoji and Koda in a flashback. Shoji starts with, "Please assign us to defending Central Hospital." And looks at All Might. We look at Aizawa. They're in front of the dorm room, which is now armored up. How'd you find out? We never told you about that. Get another flashbacks of Shoji actually talking to like the tall lady, the one that was supporting Deku when, you know, Uraka had that speech.
Neuron activation.
the neuron activation. The umpteenth neuron activation. Shoji, I think, continues. That large woman said some troubling things, so I asked her more about what was going on out there. Plus some of the and then All Might's like, "Oh, the big lady," because he remembers her.
He was the big lady.
He followed up with, like, "My whip is here." Canon.
My whip is
That's canon. Plus, some of the refugees mentioned. Saw nothing about a call to action. That's how we learned a group of heteromorphs are going after the hospital. And Koda says, "If Shoji's going, then so am I."
Mutants.
And I'll take this page here. Standing back while this plays out would mean I could never call myself a hero. Two close-ups of Aizawa as he closes his eyes. Number 372. Naked. Naked. Anyway, it's present Mike and Aizawa walking on the grounds. Aizawa starts, "We spread false rumors about where he was transferred, but the enemy didn't take the bait." Yamada,
they tried to lie and say he was transferred.
Mm-hmm. So Aizawa like speaks to present Mike. "Yamada, I hate to ask, but can you be there to support the boys?" And there he is, out there fighting for his life.
You know that President Mike would say yes. You know he's going to be there if it's Shirakumo he's defending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
Know this, Aizawa Sensei. They say quirks get stronger by the generation. Fool! As he's getting ready to use his quirk. These kids. No, these young men are already way stronger than we were back in our day. As the three Domingos.
Domingos.
As we see Shinji and Spinner getting ready to clash. And we also see an entire army of birds and Koda with his horn glowing, directing the birds.
That's cool, bruh.
Go to the next page, and here we are. We see Koda and what looks to be his mama. One day, Koji. She says, "One day, Koji, your horns might grow in too." As we see, it looks like Koji and his mother, and I'm assuming she's holding a baby.
Yeah,
it looks like a baby. So I guess he might have a little brother or sister. And we see his mom continue. "And with these horns, you'll be able to beam your thoughts and feelings to animals that are even farther away." We see his mother and this gentleman. Your mama has had to put up with some real cruelty because of the way she looks. But your dad got so riled up on my behalf, he told those awful folks not to mock my amazing horns. His father wasn't a mutant. So his mother's a mutant, but his father's normal. Koji, it's okay to be mad. Grow up to be a man who gets mad when people mock something or someone dear to you. And then we see Koji right here. He goes, Hitchcock. And then we see Shoji, Octo.
This is the stance.
Yep. And we see President Mike do his, yeah. And we see from Octo it was suspension, and then from Hitchcock, birds.
That's funny. I get the reference.
Birds. Hitchcock birds. Yeah, we see Octo expansion, and that's we see absolutely Spinner got hit hard, and this guy, the speaker, is getting just blown off the building by a bunch of birds.
Man,
a bunch of birds, and I think that's a dragonfly. I see bugs too, like dragonflies and butterflies.
man,
and bees.
Yeah, that was a huge impact for Spinner. But it looks like, unfortunately, that cost a little bit for Shoji. More about the details about that a little bit later, but there's a bit of blood spewing out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Shoji continues like, will you choose to what will you choose to protect with those scales in that giant body? Tell me, Spinner. The rest of you too, as he looks down or calls out to them too. What are you hoping to protect with your gifts and your power? It cuts to like a slim panel of Aoyama. Don't let them exploit your wounds, he shouts out.
Don't let them exploit your wounds.
Your children might be the next target. Cuts to
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Some people are resonating that already in the panels. Looks like he takes kind of a deep breath through it real quick. If I'd never fell in that river, they never would have hurt my face and made it all scary.
They said they never would have hurt your face and made it all scary.
Oh, this is her. Damn.
Yeah, it's the little girl that
the little girl's actually was telling, because she's apologizing because this happened after the fact.
Yeah, it's like because he saved her. Like, they hit him in the face and gave him the scar.
And Shoji lets out another one. Be better than mere Avengers. Shoji's
got tears in his eyes too.
Yeah. We got Spinner. He's like, the grudge never fades. The ace of spades.
The ace of spades.
Alright, I'll take this last picture.
You cannot even recognize him there.
Yeah. The guys are like, Rep! Spinner continues, if heroes win the day, nothing will ever change. Oh, it's a call to action. We heard that one. We heard that night. For the crime of walking in public, they sprayed me with pesticides. That's messed up. Looking closer. See, like that panel right there, like that Spinner right there.
Dude, he didn't even look like Spinner anymore in the bottom right panel. My goodness.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. He really looks like the Monster Hunter monster.
He does look like a monster.
When they hit us, we hit them back. Brethren, be heard and follow me. One last shot, like what Spinner looked like with his mask and everything. Oh my god. Oh yeah, but you can go ahead and continue.
Alright, and we see as he launches himself towards the hospital. We see Shoji, looks like the birds are catching him. Even stronger now, with enough power to crack the concrete. We see the mutants are all like,
Yeah, they're cheering him on.
Yep, and they're like, rah! Like they're all going, and Shoji's like, shh. He's not saying this, but he's got that face like, shit. We see the riot police. They're even more fired up. Too many of them. Can't take much more. As we go to the next page. And you see someone is getting a gun ready. And you hear bang, bang. As we see as we see Spinner just absolutely monstrous, just charging through the front of the hospital with the other mutants. I guess I'll just take this last one since the last one didn't have much dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
We see here, it's a thing of All for One, and he's just in the center of it. On each side of him, we see Kurogiri was transferred to the research wing. Once you reach him, play a recording of either Mai or Tamura's voice. And then we see this is Spinner's inner thoughts. Kurogiri's quirk will bring this conflict to an end. That it's either one for all or Spinner. Can't really tell, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see the mutants are looking over. They see inpatient ward. And then we see here all the doctors, including our Club Penguin doctor.
No, the Club Penguin doctor.
We see all of them have formed a human chain in front of the inpatient ward. Like, basically saying, if you want to get to the patients, you will have to go through us.
Oh my god. Oh no. I'm looking at the next page.
And as we see one of the mutants, the pig-looking mutant, he's like, oh, like you can tell he's feeling guilty right now. He feels bad that he's seeing them do that. And then we see Spinner charging through, all for Tamura's sake. You will become a hero. Next page is all you, bud.
Oh no. Alright, we got another shot of Shoji like crying out for all this to stop. Got that one dude, I remember that face. He's looking out too.
I call him like the pig mutant.
We got just a panel of a dude in like a hospital bed. Someone is treating him. Kind of has like,
he's got a mushroom head.
Yeah, a mushroom head.
It looks like in that little crowd right there, it looks like he dropped his weapon.
Yeah, it does. This must be internal thoughts from Spinner.
Yeah, he can't do this essentially, you know?
Yeah. I thought I'd never get to be anyone. But by following you, it's like a younger like Spinner, or at least pre-League of like Villains Spinner. Maybe I can really be somebody. Shigaraki, just watch me as we see a single door like swing across the panel. Open. I got my allies behind me. It's a big panel of him still in his pre-League of Villains like clothes, as no one's behind him.
Yeah, because they realized, wait, this isn't what we want.
This is extreme. This is a little too much.
It's because they realized, like, this isn't what we want. We want to be treated better, but we don't want to hurt people because of it.
Right. We cut over to present day Spinner. His yoked up body looking behind him to see if anyone's following him.
He's like, who?
And it's just like a long tunnel. Everything is just like this debris. It looks like this place is gonna collapse. Shoji must have gone through to them. Cuts back to him. And listen, that guy in there ain't gonna be your ace in the hole. Oh boy. Oh my god.
I saw this, I was like, no.
It's so bad for him right now.
I really want to see the result of this.
Yeah, it's Resent Mike that's walking in the corner talking the talk here. He winds up for it and you just see a shot of Resent Mike. Or sorry, a Spinner, and he's like, and he turns, Kurogiri!
Shirakuma!
Oh my god. And of course, there's just a last little panel shot of just Kurogiri / Shirakumo with just like his portal face.
I'm so curious to see which he's gonna respond to.
Mm-hmm. To be continued though.
And I think they're taking a break next week.
Yeah, I just saw it on the website. So Viz is having a 14-day thing. So they're going to take a break. Understandable. This has been kind of intense. That last chapter was just really hitting off. I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it sucks that we got to wait 2 extra weeks because I'm like, I want to see which one he responds to because I really I really, really hope it's going to be response to Shirakumo.
Yeah, this is your Fire Emblem like Fate's path divide. What you gonna choose? Your fam or your fam?
Because we saw Shirakumo was able to give them the tip about the hospital.
Yeah, but that was a
So we
while
know
back now. So
that's how you know he's still in there somewhere.
yeah, so I'm really curious as to how he's going to respond. And like, is like Shirakumo going to be there, or is it just like, is it a lost cause and like Present Mike just has to like destroy that room?
He's going to challenge everyone in there into a karaoke contest.
Mm-hmm. Can we also make that assumption that like the people in the hospital, they're gone?
I think what happened was, I think he went to the research wing, whereas the inpatient ward is where all the doctors were defending. And I think once they saw all the doctors there that were guarding all the people, I think the other mutants just left.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think anything happened to them.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. It's like, oh no, he did it.
Yeah, I thought it was just the 1-to-1 like Spinner rolled through them,
just flattened them,
and they censored it with just like his young like imaginations roaming free.
I could see why you would think that, because honestly, it would be a way I could see them doing that, is they wanted to censor it just like la 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 la, but you don't even want to see the carnage that just happened.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, it's a solid chapter regardless.
Like a very good chapter.
Like the fact that like Shoji still held his own against Spinner. Granted, Spinner's not even really that focused on like destroying Shoji. Moreover, he needs to go find Kurogiri. And then Koda with the Hitchcock reference, it was great. So I don't know.
It's I can't wait to see where this goes, because you know how much I've been hoping to see the return of Shirakumo.
I mean, there's a lot of like possibilities out there. It'd be so cool. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense at all if Shirakumo was able to just kind of be there and just help out in the fight like as he would have been like back in his high school days. But that's like that.
I think we'll need Eri for it to be that far.
Yeah, it would have to be Eri because that body has been long decayed.
Yeah, you would have to reverse.
Yeah, reverse. Yeah, that would be like the dream scenario.
If that's Shirakumo's body, then I feel, since her quirk literally defies the laws of physics and nature itself, I'm like, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same way too. We'll have to see about what will happen to Shirakumo afterwards, but I wonder, that's probably the same question that we both have, is I wonder if he might be able to influence like what happens after this or in this scenario, because otherwise it might just be one of those things where it's like, it really just takes Spinner just to replay something and Present Mike to intercept that, because otherwise Kurogiri's gone.
Especially because like he's a sound-based quirk, so I guarantee if he tries to play that recording, then I think Present Mike could absolutely cancel it out.
It's true. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't really take too much. I guess it's just a matter of just making sure that Kurogiri's body is still like restrained, while also just like holding back Spinner. Because that's dangerous. Spinner
especially.
So
especially important to hold back Spinner.
Since he's not listening to reason or anything.
Yeah, right. Because Spinner's usually pretty rational.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of quirks on his mind. He's deteriorated like rationality, and whatever's left is just like the shot of his boy. So he's gonna just kind of work with it.
Facts.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Is there anything else you want to add, Mark? before we call?
I mean, check out Horikoshi's Twitter because the man's been putting on some fire art, some fire sketches. So, other than that, no, that's all I got.
Yeah, he did one for Halloween. Actually, that's the most recent one I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really nice. Yeah, yeah. I'm also gonna guess that he's also gonna do something for Christmas as well. So, stay tuned for that one too. But all right, I guess we'll go ahead and call it here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I must do something about this setup. I don't know, it might even be the same. I don't know, really sure. But we'll catch you guys within maybe 2 weeks from the next My Hero chapter. That should be 373, or am I skipping a number? I'm starting to like lose track of all my numbers. Yeah, it's 373. Okay. All right, but thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. So, all right, guys. #bye, everybody.